So I had a conversation with one of my friends about starting this YouTube video channel, and I also have been looking at going back to school. Should I do another other instrumental degree that might get me a job? My degrees are old, and so I was thinking about, I really would like to be transitioning into sustainability. I've been working in all kinds of related fields and reading and making content about those things. But I don't have any current credentials. And so I thought about going and doing a master's of sustainability. But my heart is in philosophy. And if you look at all of my videos and writing on LinkedIn for the last 2 years, it's really about the purpose of what does it mean for us to be making things? Why do we make things? And how do we bring our existing constructions of reality to bear on the things that we build? And why do we build the technologies that we build? And who should get the decision making about that? And so I have this deep, burning question about collective moral agency in complex systems. And now that we have a deep understanding of the complexity of the world and how we have all these interacting systems that we are embedded in, how do we make decisions about those things? How do we put ourselves in a location in those systems? And so that's one of my ongoing burning questions is, do I do something yet again that is practical, which has, I have to say, not paid off very well in the terms that it was supposed to? Or do I finally really follow my heart and immerse myself, not just haphazardly, not in it from the outside, but in a way that lets me be a participant in the conversation? So in terms of advice to my younger self, when I was in my early 20s, I went and I studied engineering. I was really quite unhappy studying engineering, and I wound up switching to physics. And I studied and I did a master's degree in physics. And at some point I decided, I started a PhD and it wasn't my passion any longer. I was really interested in the big stories of physics, but I was not great at the analysis and the fine-tooth combing of the very small details at the edges, which you get to actually do as a working scientist. So I have to say, in my advice to my younger self, if I were me, knowing what I know that every time I followed my heart, I was much, much happier. I was much, much healthier, and things laid out for me in ways that they have not when I have tried to be practical. So in my advice to my younger self, I would say you should probably be looking at the philosophy program if you're going to go back to school at all. But maybe that's not the best. Maybe that's just reaching back for a comfort. So if I were me, which I am, I would ask myself, are you scared of something that is making you want to go back to graduate school? Do you not trust yourself to write the book and make the videos and do the selling that needs to be done so that you can turn it into a meaningful, ongoing practice? That's the kind of question I would ask myself.